In this video, for something different, we're going to work on a Ford. Not just any Ford. This is a BA XR8, and today we're going to install some extractors. Now, I know what some of you might be thinking. A bonnet bulge. Surely that's a 6-cylinder under there, but no. This is a genuine BA XR8, and quite a tidy example of one. This belongs to my friend Phil. He's done a good job of keeping this car very, very tidy and quite original. It's a manual, 5.4 litre Boss modular V8. I don't know much about these engines apart from the fact that they're physically huge. It has some tasteful mods already. It has some aftermarket cats and a twin 3-inch Manta exhaust. It probably has other mods as well that I'm not aware of, but it has those. And today we're going to go through the painstaking exercise of trying to shoehorn some extractors into that hole. It's going to be fun, but rough for the challenge. Now, a lot of people will know I don't really like Fords, and I really don't like BAs for multiple reasons. Mostly because Ford make them extremely difficult to work on and source parts for absolutely no reason. But the positive thing is, at least it's not a Barra. I really don't like Barras. And don't start with this 5.4 is a V8 Barra. It's just not. Don't start Internet Goblins. I'm not interested in that. It's not a Barra. At least it's a V8. At least it sounds good. I know it's going to be painful to work on, but oh well. It's all good fun. Little shout. Beautiful cold start, eh? Righto, so that's the job done. Feels pretty happy, I believe. The extractors are all in. What that video didn't show was the absolute hours and hours it took to actually get the right tools on all of those 6mm Allen headed bolts where you just can't fit anything. Yeah, it's a really tight design. In the end, we ended up making a tool which I've conveniently lost in anticipation for never having to work on a Ford again. But basically just got a bit of 6mm Allen, chopped it down to about 15mm long, and then welded a flanged nut over the end of it. That allows you to get a flex ratchet or a spanner, which is a bit longer and a bit more convenient over those last few bolts that are right in the center to get those out. Obviously, we flew through that with the time lapse. Nobody wants to see 6 hours of fat guys grunting and being generally upset at how hard bolts are to reach. So gives a general summary of how the job goes. All in all, I've worked on worse things. It's going to be hard. It's a really tight space to work, but once you've got through those bolts, it's pretty straightforward. And there's no real mysteries with it. You can see what the problems are going to be. You can see where it's going to be tight and challenging, but the pipes themselves come out from the bottom. You don't have to drop the frame to get anything out. You don't have to drop the steering rack. Steering column, yes, but nothing that's really that surprising or not self-explanatory. Just work on the tight stuff. Work on the hardest bolts first and you'll fly through it. You might have seen in the video as well, the actual tips of the exhaust don't line up properly with the gap on the rear bar anymore. That's probably me. We had to chop the cat pipes and weld the flanges back on in a different orientation. And I think one was slightly too short, and I think it's now pulling the exhaust slightly one way. We'll fix it up another day, just chop it, twist it a little bit, weld it back in. Not a big deal, but all in all, job's done. Phil's happy. He's off driving. He's off to get a tune next, so we'll see the outcome of that. My car's back in here, working on the exhaust in here, which will be the next video. So hopefully you'll hang around and watch on that one as well. And yeah, thanks very much for watching. Please subscribe if you like. Typically going to be working on my car, but every now and then we'll have something a bit different as well. So yeah, thanks very much. See you later.